I wanted to punch the producer and quit and go home pretty much every day.
Well, there's one thing that you said about this album that, let me read it out. The process of writing songs made me feel either better or worse. What feeling was more while writing these songs? Did you feel better or worse after writing some of the songs?
I would feel bad if I get too excited or maniacal in creating something. Sometimes it's a kind of it can kind of, you know, you make something, it's like sculpting something out of nothing and you think it's beautiful maybe for a few hours, and then sometimes the flip can come. So it's the balance between the two feelings. It's not like one was more prevalent than the other, but the two things, the two sort of the kind of extremes of emotion would mean that it was just quite stressful, I guess.
And how stressful is stressful?
I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, like what? Whether I was like crying to myself to sleep or not?
I don't know what.
No, I mean it was fun. It's just like I have a tendency to not feel. I have a tendency to not feel satisfied with what's happening, and then to worry. That happened really more in Sweden than in the house. At the house, because we didn't have definitive versions of songs, we left it purposefully open-ended. So we'd have, say, a song like Spanish Sahara we had like 2 or 3 different versions, sort of where it could go. So the real like kind of mind worms would come out when we were in Sweden, when we were having to learn to kind of make something physical that is like, it's a durable thing, it's a real thing. I like music. Music doesn't worry me when it's just something that's in like the air and it's just something that's played and it's not a real thing. Once it's like you record and you have to have a definitive version of something that you know will last and that will become other people's reference for what the real version of the song is, that's where the stress comes in, because we want it to be as good as possible, you know. And so, but I think it's a necessary thing in making music. I think a lot of musicians, you know, I think the vast majority of musicians probably feel the same way, and it stops you becoming complacent. It stops you becoming lazy.
No, is it for you? You were saying a mind worm. Maybe you can describe one mind worm while recording. That you said, well, this is an example of, well, the anxiety that you got.
I mean, I kind of wanted to leave Sweden every day. I wanted to punch the producer and quit and go home pretty much every day. And I think all of us felt that at different points. I think Sweden as well, specifically because we went there at the end of summer. We felt the winter coming in. We were sleeping in a studio. So we were there like 18 hours. We were working really hard. We were there 18 hours a day pretty much. Like, we were there 24 hours a day, but working kind of 18 hours, 17 hours a day. And I just wanted to kill everyone and myself, and then just leave the record unfinished.
What stopped you from, well, becoming a murderer?
The fact that it started to get good at some point, and we actually started to feel like we were making a record that was worth making.